Hello. Okay, I am later than I expected. I had a lot of coaching calls today and it was amazing. I got to do some amazing things with some amazing people, which was really, really exciting, but it means I'm hopping in here slightly later than I had planned. So I've got a couple of really quick things I'm going to whiz you through, because then I'm going to eat my dinner, which I'm very excited about. I've had lunch at some point, which feels very, very long ago. So let me know when you're here. Say hi. Let me know how your Tuesday is going. Obviously, huge week this week because we has the event. Yay! The event has come out. I'm very, very excited. Half the tickets are gone. Which I wasn't expecting. Was not expecting so many tickets to go quite so quickly. So if you are interested in attending the event at the Ritz, please make sure that you grab your ticket ASAP. Otherwise, seats are gone. Hey Liz, how are you, my love? So wanted to catch up quickly because I've had a bunch of coaching calls today, and so I am a bit late. But I wanted to just catch up on this idea of cookie cutter businesses. Apologies, I've got mine. Yeah, I'm gonna get to hug you in real life. So excited. So yeah, apologies if you hear my stomach rumble. It's been a long day, but I wanted to hop in and do this because obviously Tuesdays are our training days, and this is something that's been coming up for me for the past couple of weeks and for today specifically as well. So cookie cutter businesses. Seriously, Liz, I had such a good call with you. I was talking to my mum about it this morning. Well, no, not this morning. I was talking to her on Monday morning before I whizzed up to London, and I was like on the train. I was like, I had this chat, and what do you think about this? And she's really excited. So cookie cutter businesses, they are really, really busting my ovaries right now. Because I'm sick of seeing them on Facebook. Okay, I don't know whether anyone else has had this, but I've spoken to a few people today, and all of them have been like, everybody's posts on Facebook look the same, and it's not because everyone's using a template, but it's because this kind of Black Friday thing has been and gone, and what tends to happen around this time of year is that everyone does the same thing. So what happens is we go into November and everyone's like, right, I'm going to hold my offers, I'm going to wait until Black Friday, and then I'm going to launch them, okay? There's 7.5 billion people in the world. Half of those are women. Let's say, I don't know, even 10% are entrepreneurs. That's a lot of people putting out Black Friday offers, right? And what it can do to our news feeds is just clog, and our inboxes and everything else that we own, is absolutely clog it with the same thing again and again and again. And it's this cookie cutter approach, right? So when I started 3 years ago, the cookie cutter approach was everyone needed to be a business coach, coaching a business coach, how to coach other business coaches. Anyone else hear that? You know, and it kind of started this myth that only business coaches make money. Not a chance. Everyone in the online space can make money. But the thing that it also really promoted was everyone has to have a photo shoot in front of the Eiffel Tower. Now, admittedly, it's a little bit cold today. Okay, so I don't have I don't have the Eiffel Tower behind me, and I'm not dressed up, and I'm not glamorous. But there was this expectation, hey Heather, where everyone who started their business when I started my business was A, going to be a business coach, B, was going to have a photo shoot somewhere really, really glamorous and exotic, and C, was going to, you know, look fantastic all of the time. It is, Kirsten, I'm freezing. I'm literally freezing. I was like, it's 1 degree in here. What is wrong with my life? So we had that kind of phase. We had that kind of face. Oh dear. So we had that kind of phase of that era of coaching an online business. And hey Rebecca, I was like, it feels like it's been ages it's been. I'm still stalking you because I want to hear about what laptop you've chosen. How sad's that? I'm like, I want to know, did you, which rose gold version did you go for? I'm so jealous of that. But yes, we had that era of businesses, and then we had, you know, the webinar phenomenon. Anyone remember the webinar phenomenon? You know, this is when people started coming into the online space who might have been in this group, and everyone started doing webinars. Like everyone and their dog was like, yeah, I'm going to have a webinar. And so everybody started these webinars and everyone did 15, 20 minutes of their story and what was going on and their why and blah, blah, blah. And then there was like 10 minutes of information. Some of it was great, some of it was not so great as the phase started to continue. And this is what happens, right? As the phase or the trend goes on, we actually lose the good things that were so innovative and exciting about that in the beginning. So when webinars started out, I remember watching a webinar with my very first ever webinar with Amy Porterfield and Ryan Dice, and they were talking about Facebook ads, right? And they were, talking about Facebook ads, and they had this really great webinar, and it's so good. Amy Porterfield was on fire. She was giving away gold. Ryan Dice was like smacking me in my face with knowledge bombs. I was really excited about this. And then I watched like a few more webinars. And I watched a few more webinars. And I watched a few more webinars. Right, we've all done this. There's a new icon. Oh, you've got the new icon where I can like bring you on and you can be a guest. See, it's getting fancy. Facebook's getting fancy. Hey, Angela, I think this is your first ever live with me. Yay, you're live. Welcome to the group. It's good to have you. So we watched all these friggin' webinars, right? And then it started to get the pitchy thing. So it suddenly became the like 20 minutes of story, then a tiny bit of value. And it's always the what, but not the how. And then it's the pitch, and that goes on for another 15 minutes. And of course, during the pitch, they're going to sell you something that was $100,000 squillion million. And then, because you're on the webinar, today only, it's £1. You're like, oh, okay. Okay. Maybe not. Right, so we had the webinar phase, okay? I love it, Heather. I have the slides for my first webinar that never did happen. That's amazing. I still have horror. I still wake up in the middle of the night, and I promise you, if you ever meet Sam, ask him about my webinar nightmares, because there are times when I still wake up in the middle of the night, and I have this horrible, horrible nightmare about the time that I did an entire webinar, 1 hour's worth of webinar, and my sound was not on, so nobody could hear me. People still stayed. I was like, oh my God, you guys are heroes. But I still wake up in the middle of the night, I'm like, oh my God, is the microphone on? Sometimes it's not. If you are connected to me personally on Facebook, you will know that I've recorded many a podcast with the sound off and had to re-record, so it happens. But we had that phase, and then after webinars came challenges and came, Periscope exploded at that point, so everyone's like on Periscope and they're all like walking around with things going on. And so we've had the phases, right? And if you look at sales as a whole, right, we have all these phases, and they've all been cycled again and again and again in some way, shape or form, whether it's workshops, whether it's, email list marketing, cold email marketing, new business development, webinars, podcasts, challenges, whatever. Like, we've done it again and again and again, right? Didn't anyone say anything in the chat? No, nobody said anything. They all sat there silent, just watching my webinar in silence, and people still bought. So this just goes to show, even if you do an appalling webinar that 3.5 years later still wakes you up in the middle of the night because nobody could hear you, people will still buy. Right? Just make your slides interesting. That's my only piece of advice. So I guess my thing is, after talking to lots of people, and after, the challenge that we did, and talking about streamlining, bringing joy back to our business. Hey, Claire, how are you, my love? We've kind of come back into a phase where it's easy to be cookie cutter. Yay, Patsy's here. I'm sending you lots of love and hugs today. But, we've kind of come back to this cookie cutter phase, right? Where everyone, we do a launch, and, we all do Black Friday, we all do Cyber Monday, we all do a Christmas sale, we all do a January New Year, New Start personal development binge, we all do a this, that and the other. And actually what that's doing is it's stopping you making money. And more importantly, it's actually stopping you really enjoying your businesses, because cookie cutter, it doesn't work for everyone, and the reason is that cookie cutter works for some people, okay? And it's not a case of, oh, cookie cutter works for you if you're really skinny and blonde and, you know, tall and whatever, all the things that I'm not. Like, all of those things that sometimes I wish I was. But I'm talking about the fact that it will work, cookie cutter works for you if you are an early adopter, okay? If you are somebody who is an early adopter, you know, I was, right? I'm very fortunate. I've been in the online space a little while. I'm a virtual dinosaur. Challenges, I was a really early adopter of. And challenges are really popular in my community. Facebook Lives, I was an early adopter of. I got on Facebook Live as soon as they got that stuff on Android, and I was there, and I was like, woohoo, I'm not really sure. And honestly, my first Facebook Live ever is on YouTube. You can still watch it. It's terrifying. But I was an early adopter. And so actually, yes, of course I was going to be more successful at it. Because it was brand new. Nobody else wanted to be on video. Nobody else wanted to be live. Everyone wanted to have like the perfect hair and makeup. And I'm very jealous of all those people. I wish that was me. But it's very hard a year on or 6 months on to adopt that cookie cutter approach and make it work. Right? Does this make sense? Hey Kat, how are you, love? Still sulking a little about missing it. You are going to be on the international list though, right? Going to be on the international list. Of course you are. Angela, I early adopt everything tech. I love it. I'm pretty similar. I love technology. Keep breaking it, but I love it. And so this is the thing. You know, when we see all of this kind of samey, everyone's doing the same sale, everyone's doing the same activity, da 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 da. I mean, Black Friday. Can we get honest here, right? I like Black Friday. Do you know why I love Black Friday? They have sales on all the things I love. 1, AppSumo. Freaking love AppSumo. Okay, I will buy anything and everything on there. Okay, I love it. Second thing, actually right now is sports gear. I'm kind of in love sports gear at the moment because I'm doing all this gymming stuff and going fairly regularly. Want people to think that is gym fashion a thing? But anyway, they have sales on that. Did I buy any business courses? No. You know, I didn't need to this year, and I kind of was like, oh well. You know, I just bought shitloads of coffee. And this is the thing, right? We're kind of in a space where actually it's very well networked. Okay? Very well networked. We're all in similar groups, we're all in similar trainings, we've all worked with similar coaches, we're all on the same email lists, blah, 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 right? For that reason, when we don't diversify, when we don't either diversify our approach or our income stream, it can be really hard to make money during those big seasonal sales that everyone's raving about, because it's really hard to be an early adopter. I mean, do you see the amount of people, like last Tuesday, they're like, oh my goodness, Black Friday's coming, I'm going to be here early with my offer. And everyone's like, oh God, but if I buy this, what if my favourite coach comes out with that? You know, and in the end, people didn't buy as much. You know, I saw a lot of people who were expecting huge returns on Black Friday and were kind of a bit like, oh, I was a bit underwhelmed. And that's not cool. You know, that's not fair. You guys and I, you know, we were all business owners. We shouldn't lose out because, you know, we're not early adopters. What we should do, though, is excel. You know, we should really excel at not being cookie cutter, not being basic, not doing things just because everyone else is doing them, but actually thinking, oh, actually, for me, Black Friday, couldn't give a stuff apart from the old AppSumo and the fashion thing, because I'm like, woohoo, gym fashion. You're right, Lululemon is a rip-off until Black Friday. But, you know, it's one of those things that I really like Pancake Day. Love Pancake Day. I love pancakes more than many things in life. I would do a sale on Pancake Day. In fact, I have done things on Pancake Day just because I love pancakes. Does everyone else? No. Okay, not everyone loves pancakes as much as I do. That's fine, right? But also, it feels good for my audience. It's authentic. It's real. Yeah. Jess really loves eating flour, eggs, milk. Just bought an electric pancake maker. Oh my gosh. You are my hero. But you've got to think about it, right? What are you doing differently? What are you doing that is changing your industry? What are you doing that is diversifying your income stream or the way that you market? Max is talking to himself. You know, these are the things that you want to be thinking about. 1 second. Maxie, come here. Little sod. Wait, what are you doing? He's running around barking. Okay, so, what have I missed? You don't use it if you can't break it. Ah, Claire, you were born to do lives. Some days I don't feel like that. Oh dear. Ever webinar. Oh, that sounds a bit of a deal. And this is the thing, right? You know, Anushka's just said it there. I was pretty much like, oh no, no more offers. Going to skip Facebook for the next 4 days. How sad is that? Right? How sad is that we drive our audience away at a time when actually we want to be bringing them closer. We're coming up to Christmas. We're coming up to December, which is the biggest sales month of the year. I promise you, it doesn't matter what industry you're in, and I will do a whole live stream about that next week. But if you are not selling in December, you are missing a massive trick, and I'll be telling you all about why. Have a Facebook podcast. Liz, no you do not. Max is just being a little toe rag. That's his thing. He loves to be different. He's very, very much about diversifying his conversational threads. But it is this kind of thing, right? We want to be bringing people in. We want people to know that our products and services are different. You know, maybe you want to be known for getting results in an industry where actually the success rate is relatively low. Maybe you want to be known as somebody who's really authentic in an industry where everything is primed and prepped and polished. Maybe you want to be known as somebody who is tough love, direct, whatever. It's your job to show up like that. And so if you're showing up like every single average Bob, Joe, Jane, actually Jane's quite a nice name, so, you know, Bob, Joe, can't think of another name, someone give me one. I'm like, I have to do things in threes, OCD. But if you are doing that, you're not showing people how you can be great. You know, you're not showing people how you are different. It's all very well and good telling people you're different, right? But you have to show up and be different. Be the person who, you know, and I have lots of people, like Liz Melville, for example. She's in my mastermind. She's amazing, right? Liz is like, I'm not gonna run Facebook, like, you know, Facebook things through a group. I'm gonna really rock Facebook pages. She has a ton of visibility on there for her, for her clients. That's what she does. She makes them stand out. Colin. And this is the thing. Exactly. See, she said it there. I'm an early adopter of not having a Facebook group and getting back to basics on using Facebook pages. This is why I should have asked for your elevator pitch. But do we all know what we are early adopters of, and are we using it to our advantage? You know, because I don't think we are. I think we can sometimes get caught up and we can jump from thing to thing to thing to thing to thing. And that means it doesn't work. Because we're spending so much time jumping, we're not spending enough time doing. Okay, so that's why I wanted to pop in here today and just say, I'm not ranting about the cookie cutter industry, because let's face it, like, a lot of people are making it work for them, and for some people it does really work. But if you want a business that's sustainable, that's successful, and that more importantly makes you happy, it's your job to create that. You know, and all of the strategies in the world, you know, or all of the proven strategies in the world will work. Right? There is not one strategy out there, even as much as it pains me to admit it, even the post 3 to 5 times a day in Facebook groups, that can still work for people. And it does. It's just not the way I choose to run my business, because it doesn't light me up. It doesn't make me happy. And so when I do it, it doesn't work, because it feels gross, it feels slimy, it feels inauthentic, heavy. I just can't be arsed, to be honest. So you've got to look at what's in your business. What is it in your business that makes you happy? Is it video? You know, is it these cool little GIF things that people are making now? Goodness knows how. You know, is it showing up on Instagram? You know, my client Sam Barefoot, she rocks Instagram. You know, it's ridiculous. She's out there, she's getting leads all over Instagram. Now she's dominating YouTube because she doesn't like Facebook. You don't have to do what everyone else is doing. You get to do you in whatever medium, on whatever social media platform, in whatever kind of sales style that you like. And that's what I really want to see. So post Black Friday advice from me is, if you haven't done a Black Friday sale and you felt like you're missing out, don't worry about it. You know, official stats were that actually Black Friday was, in our industry, in the service industry, coaching specifically, was smaller this year in terms of results, right? Also, the ex-boss of Harrods, they used to be a big client of mine, said that Black Friday to him signals the demise of retail. So, you know what? If you didn't do a Black Friday sale, you're in good company. You know, there are many of us who didn't. If you did a Black Friday sale and you made sales, good for you. You know, you went out, you made money, fantastic, right? If you sort of did Black Friday sales and sort of didn't do Black Friday sales and sort of were on Facebook, weren't on Facebook, all over the place, I'm not sure what I want to do, start thinking about actually what's going to light you up. What do you want to be an early adopter of? Do you want it to be of a platform? Do you want to be of a selling style? Do you want to be of a type of medium, video, whatever? What is it that you want to do in your business? And let's start taking that forward. You know, let's start doing that in the new year. Because we're coming up to this period where everyone's like, new year, new start. And I'm like, come on. This has got to be something that you can implement and that come April has got to still keep going in your business. Which is why my New Year's resolution every single year to not drink red wine every weekend fails. Because come April, I'm like, nope, I must have a glass of Merlot. So there you go, ladies. That is my training for today, right? It doesn't matter whether you did Black Friday or you didn't do Black Friday. It matters that you become an early adopter of something that you really stand for and really love in your business. All right? Your challenge actually helped me figure that out. Ah, I'm so glad. I'm really proud of you for finishing it. I made sales, it promoted me to get ready for 2018. Yay! See, that's awesome, right? You can do it your way. Why would you want to make that resolution? Every year I kind of keep thinking about it. You know, every year I'm like, oh, should I drink wine every weekend? Is that a good thing for like my cholesterol and stuff? And then every year I'm like, no, I really like wine. I really like wine. I'll go to the gym and I'll eat relatively healthily. The Keith Floyd. See? This is the thing. So please, please, if you haven't already started thinking about 2018, which is coming really close around the corner, please start thinking about what platform, what medium, what message you really, really want to take forward into 2018. And it's got to be something that you enjoy. All right, ladies, I'm going to go and grab some dinner. I am starving. I have done like 6 solid hours of coaching today. So I've had an absolute blast, but I'm off to look at some Christmas presents that I suppose I need to finish off buying. All right, my loves, have a wonderful evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are in the world. I'm going to be around in the group this week. I'm actually off to the Carrie Green FEA members event tomorrow night. So if anyone else is going to be there, I'm there. That's pretty much it. If you're in London and you're at the Carrie Green event, I will be there tomorrow evening. So make sure you pop up, give me a wave, and have a glass of wine with me. And if you're not there, don't worry, because I'm going to be taking a ton of pictures and telling you all about it. I will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you then. Bye.